My name is Vincent Massey. I play Cameron in the short film When the Wood Speaks. And this film is very important to me for several reasons, but the most important reason is that the character Cameron is very near and dear to me in real life. Cameron is a questioning man of his faith, and I myself, despite being Catholic now, was not always 100% grounded in what I believed in. I went through a lot of traumatic experiences when I was a kid. At 13 years old, I suffered a stroke that left me paralyzed, and just one thing after another led me to question everything. And I didn't fully believe. But as time went on and I got older and I spoke to more and more people, I came back to my faith. And this film, I think, is going to speak to a lot of people who are in a similar situation to what I was. And anyone that's doubting their faith or questioning what they believe in, I believe that they're always going to find their way home. God speaks to every single one of us individually. And when he feels us slipping away, he just pulls us right back in. And a valuable lesson that I was taught during these times was everything that I went through was not because God didn't love me or God's not real. They were tests. And by passing all of these tests that I went through, my faith is about 100 times stronger than it ever could have been. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to be in this film and really express myself. And I hope everybody who watches this gets something out of it.
Hi, my name is Ken Peck. I play James in this short film. I hope that you enjoy it. It brings a message that is as old as time, and that is, what is the essential relationship between man and God? We all have different views of Christianity, but everything starts and ends at the cross. And the significance for each of us is our eternal salvation. And so I hope that through this brief movie, we help you go back to the cross and ponder, what does the cross mean to me? And what can it mean to me? Thank you. I hope you enjoy this film.
If only this word could speak.
It did speak. It's still speaking today.
I stood in front of 1,000 crosses, seen necklaces, tattoos, church signs. Being in front of one like this just makes me feel cold and uneasy.
Have you ever wondered why that is? It's because you're standing at the scene of a cosmic execution.
Cosmic execution?
The day that Jesus died, the sky went dark for 3 hours. Do you know of any eclipse that lasted for hours? It's impossible. No shadow of the moon can blot out the sun for hours unless creation held its breath, shocked in horror as the creation slaughtered its creator.
I know Jesus died here. Just don't get why people worship death or this wood.
The wood didn't save me, Cameron. He did. And it wasn't just a death. It was an exchange. The most unfair exchange in history.
An exchange how?
Well, he gave up perfection to take your place in the courtroom of eternity. Have you ever been in a courtroom?
Yeah. Once. DUI.
Oh, DUI. Well, imagine yourself standing before God. Everything you've ever done laid bare. Each thought, each lie, every secret no one else knows. All your darkness in the light, standing naked before your Creator. No, no lawyers, no excuses, just justice. That's where the cross comes in. He didn't just die for you. He died instead of you.
It's not the same thing.
Not exact. Saying that he died for you makes it sound like Jesus did you a favor, a good deed. But saying he died instead of you means that he took your place. He stood where you should have stood. He bore the weight that would have crushed you.
But why? I didn't ask him to help.
Because love doesn't wait to be asked. And mercy doesn't check to see if you're worthy.
So what? God punished Jesus?
Yeah, that's a good question. And the answer is yes and no. On the cross, Jesus took your sins and my sins as if they were his own. So that when we stand before God, we will appear to have lived his perfect life. The cross is where justice and mercy kissed. It's where the gavel hit hard. But the blood spoke louder than any verdict.
Sounds heavy.
It is heavy. It was supposed to be. Your sin wasn't just a scratch. It was a rebellion. The cross was the electric chair, the firing squad, a noose. And the King of Heaven stepped into it willingly. But the grave couldn't hold him.
I don't doubt the crucifixion. It's the resurrection I struggle to believe. I've never been religious.
Neither was the thief who was dying next to Jesus on the cross. In his last breath, he turned to Jesus and said, "Remember me." And Jesus responded, "Today, you will be with me in paradise." That's grace.
Okay, but why a cross, though? Couldn't you pick something a little less brutal?
Because sin isn't soft. Sin disfigures, sin tortures. The cross had to show us what sin does for us to understand what grace costs. Here's where shame dies. Here's where the chains fall off. Here is where the heavens open up for sinners like me and like you.
Do you really think God still wants someone like me?
No words can match what the cross says. The cross screams louder than any voice, stronger than any plea. Come home. The debt we owed was infinite. The blood that was paid was priceless. And the payment, fully accepted. To most, the cross is just two beams, two pieces of wood. But to me, the cross is the mercy seat of God. Cameron, the cross is where I learned that if Jesus died for me, I must die to myself and live for him.